I bet you've learned most of your survival skills from such games, haven't you? I don't even know if that's a good sign. Oh, wait, it actually is in order. However, communications are down and the antenna needs to be fixed. Again. This boulder could be named in your honor. Just look at all the stuff it destroyed. There was a serious battle here. No wonder. The core was supposed to be guarded by the best forces on the liner. This must be the central panel. It definitely didn't thrust into here by itself. We can't do anything here. We'll have to look for some controls. Compromising evidence uploaded successfully. I hope someone receives the signals. I'm not sure that foil can protect the mind of the buyers of this product. On the other hand, it's impossible to protect something that is absent. I don't know what this monster would have done to us if it had caught up with us. But did you see its terrible animations? I've never seen anything like it. It's definitely the most creepy creature in the universe.
What did you expect, spacesuit? That you were created to help at funerals?
It's definitely one of the Breathedge Agency coffins, but its ID is missing in my database.
The ultra-high temperature in this area is maintained by our high-end mining farm. The Leia Interplanetary Research Center is proud of its achievements in combining research activities with high-yield financial instruments.
A detailed plan of the service module. If you find the missing information, you can create such a module yourself. Who knows for what purpose?
We might have set some death traps in this area. Or we might not have. Be extremely careful in dangerous areas. Dangerous areas are dangerous.
Come on, just a little more. Do it before you realize that these mechanics just artificially prolong the gameplay.
We would like to warn you that the damage to the generator will be marked in your resume as an act of vandalism, and the cost of the equipment will be deducted from your compensation.
Judging by the number of antennas, this is either a communication point or a communication point from another side of the liner. In any case, there's a chance to find Normandy and the other survivors. The chance of injuring yourself with the electrical tape is 46%, which makes the dispenser the safest tool for useless construction and wasting your time. Remember not to put the loose end of the electrical tape down your throat. Monitoring the condition of a working suit is a necessity, and is especially relevant in space. Now we definitely need to fly there. Everything is blocked with ice further on. It's unlikely we'll be able to break through. It's close. Just try to saw it as quietly as you can. They're probably looking for us.
The Leia Interplanetary Research Center would like to warn you that hypoxia can lead to irreversible consequences, and would like to ask you to take the experiment more seriously.
A modern space greenhouse. It's used on planets unsuitable for agriculture. It's useless for the liner and takes up a lot of space unless it's used for scientific purposes. Wait a second. The next autopilot point has the same coordinates that Babe sent you in the last message. So she called Captain Shepard for help too, since he marked her coordinates? This definitely doesn't bode well for us. Seems like the gas coming into the Mayo doesn't let it freeze. All these coffins belong to the batch from the year 2020. This was the golden age of the Breathedge Funeral Agency, but it's unclear what these old coffins are doing among this debris. Break the rotor! It doesn't matter though. The cooling system controller should be here somewhere. We're looking for some sort of a... box? No, probably a computer, or a room, or maybe a data block, or a barrel with a button. I haven't fully studied what it should look like. The crew was killed shortly before the crash. They didn't even have anything to defend themselves with. Looks like he was trying to attract attention by playing loudly on his guitar, his acoustic guitar, and using a speaker, in space. You can dock to this spaceship. The shuttle's registration number is hidden. Given that the leaders of the Green Universe were in the habitation modules, there was someone even worse here. It looks like an old magnetic acceleration airlock system, and the autopilot has taken over the control for forced docking. I don't know much about magnetic airlocks, but we probably won't be allowed to disengage without remote clearance for departure. Please be careful with artificial beef. This product explodes more often than it's eaten by normal people. If I were to design a trash can, everything would have fit in it. The service airlock, it's intact. When assembling a new suit, don't forget to transfer my chest-mounted module to it. You can't fully use your spacesuit without a personal module. A piece of composite fabric of the outer layer of a standard spacesuit with non-standard colors. Are you sure you should waste time examining this rag? Now, can you hear it? I can't hear its angry babbling either. Looks like it's time to reboot the central processor. Seems that detaching the bracket without getting your hands as well as other parts of your body dirty will be impossible.
We've noticed the first signs of stress. Please try to relax and slowly count to 10 if you have enough oxygen.
It looks like a mail delivery shuttle. Surely it was carrying a lot of useless things, most of which were stolen before loading. What? It looks like some of the coffins are still functioning. Normandy is about to fall apart. Protection of the environment is a priority for mankind. However, the creators of this wonder seem to have taken some crooked path. Judging by the plans, we need to go through that door. Looks like someone tried to get inside the module using the shuttle as a battering ram. By the way, did you know that originally the heads of some battering rams were carved in the shape of a ram? That's an interesting fact. This place seems familiar. Isn't it where the coffin bots interrogated you? The most important organ for milk production. Biologists have long tried to simplify its design and add a tap to it, but in the end, they just copy the way it works from a live cow. This vacuum cleaner is called Rocket for a reason. With it having such a powerful engine, it is really possible to fly it if you bypass some technical limitations. Great, it works! At least now you won't get fried inside of me and smear my lining with your combustion residue. Ready your weapon, it's about to get hot. I'm serious, stop touching the trees. We have things to do. The equipment is badly damaged, even gravity has been disabled. At least the oxygen generators are working. By the way, how do you connect to them so quickly and imperceptibly on any debris? This is starting to raise questions.
The presence of such an amount of cooling gel is strange. Such a composition was outdated more than 10 years ago and is not produced on any planet.
Someone clearly overestimated the value of the mayonnaise, allocating an autonomous tank for it equipped with an auto-flight system. Although considering our situation, it's a great opportunity to launch it without any problems by fixing one of the engines and disengaging the tank from the module. Seems like it's not mayonnaise. This way, apparently. Looks like this is the debris of the liner's bow. It was the only part that contained unique observation modules with domed glass. How this glass survived the disaster is a mystery to me, but it would be nice to get inside, at least out of curiosity. I assume only a robot could have killed another robot with a thermos. These are the brackets mounting the tank to the module. You'd better find them all and detach them before you start, or at best, all this debris will spin and be torn apart with the tank right here. And yes, since there is no babe, we must... The automatic maintenance teams pose no threat. On such old docking airlocks, there must be some detailed information on how to assemble, maintain, and repair them. Probably. Please note, the coffin is almost intact. Maybe we could fiddle with it a bit. I apologize for the restart window. I'm not good with abrupt acceleration. Second discharge cell installed. It's locked from the inside. Wonderful. You powered the accelerating station somehow, but I don't feel like explaining how. It's time for us to get back to Normandy before more coffins arrive.
You don't know what you're trying to destroy. If I won't be able to connect to the core, our galaxy will drown in blood. Without centralized control, Breathedge will start a chaotic slaughter, and you will be to blame.
This door is also unfamiliar to me, but it's clearly from a different series. This type of fuel can't be synthesized without a living synthetic cow, not even with electrical tape. Judging by the makeup stains on the wall, we can estimate the approximate flight speed of the deceased female. Or, to be more exact, the deceased male, which is a bit strange. This one can't be repaired though, because the central energy core of the shuttle was damaged. It's still working, but long-distance flights are out of the question here. It's clear why the captain needed an accelerating station.
We would like to remind you that the lack of oxygen can lead to premature arrest of your system. Please don't forget to breathe in and breathe out.
The standard funerary set doesn't include such a color. Judging by the images, we can assume that the passenger had schizophrenia. There's no use looking for a logical connection anymore. I'm afraid it's useless to seal such a breach. I even feel a little sorry for the poor fellows who can only work according to the rules without the possibility of making logical decisions. It works! The security system keeps sending us the request, but it's not taking any action. Great! Perish the thought. Whatever you did it right. Now you only need to do the same thing to a couple of more places on the wire, and then the small core will be able to power the accelerating station. Normandy is ready for more damage. I don't know who hid it here, but why are you touching it? Throw it away before it appears on someone's live stream. I don't think it's legal. Something was being assembled here, or someone was being disassembled. This is immoral! Turn the A02 valve all the way to the right, then the 3 nitrogen reduction valves. Turn the B6 valve to the left at a 30-degree angle. Don't forget to depressurize the valve. Such large windows could only be in the 5-star modules of the liner. It seems that rich passengers consider a great view to be more important than safety. One of the liner's public toilets. They're still not working. Either the controller is broken, or we don't have access. In any case, I only need to examine its internals, so I suggest using a handy scrapper. Although the initial acceleration power of this airlock is much lower than that of the weakest modern station, this will be enough for us to fly to the core. I suppose that the blue wire leads to the accelerating station because it's written on it. It's hard to imagine why anyone would need this. Looks like this guy confused the toy wheel with the real one and tried to get away during the battle. Well, games don't get you anywhere, that's for sure. Especially if you're an idiot.
You are the one who's malfunctioning, you funerary diaper.
A simple replacement for a stool. These are just trees. What do you want from them? Right. Great. Now just sit here. Hacking the system will require my maximum performance, so I'll have to turn off for a few seconds. Just don't touch or press anything. This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much colder, although you could get under the dome from here. Judging by the traces of the struggle, she was a real warrior and a professional, one of the strongest in the team of Normandy, a real hero. It's unbelievable that in our time of gender inequality, a woman can single-handedly... Something was being assembled here. A real forest in the middle of space. It's not very rational, but impressive.
Toilet detected. Some of our clients are very sensitive about toilet talk, and therefore we included a dictionary filter which will replace the word feces with the word joy.
A detailed plan of the habitation module.
Judging by the primary analysis of the destruction, most of the passengers of the liner died. This might be the biggest catastrophe in the history of astronautics, the reasons for which are yet to be clarified.
He's been caught up in the planet's gravity. How beautiful. Ugh, it has a toggle switch. Disgusting! Try to unclog the ventilation. Ooh, we made it very angry by docking without clearance. You should have heard all those expressions. The airlock hates us to the core. The cost of Breathedge Agency funerals is the lowest on the market of funeral services. However, some people still prefer to bury their relatives in a slipshod manner.